Alright, third time's a charm. Welcome to episode 3 of my Resident Evil 4 playthrough. Excuse me for, might be a little irritated, a little annoyed, a little upset, because this is the third time I had to do this stupid commentary, or the stupid audio part of this. It's a whole thing. And I'm probably going to complain about it. Well, I'm just going to complain about it. So, the first time I recorded, since this is supposed to be a live commentary, Audacity decided to change my input for it, so it was not on the microphone I was supposed to be recording on. So, once I finished this playthrough, I saved it, checked my audio, and found out I recorded nothing. So that sucked. Then after that, I recorded another post commentary, did the whole thing over again, watched my playthrough, commentated, and then I find out it ran out of room or something in my hard drive, so it didn't save the files, which is weird. So now I'm gonna do it a third time. Part 1-3 required me to do it 3 times. Some irony there, but whatever. Anyways, let's get back to the game. Thank you for putting up with my rant. Audacity is pissing me off. I passed by an incendiary grenade a little earlier. That's because I have no more room in my inventory. But I'm going to come back to pick it up after this part. As I showed you right now, there's a chainsaw wielding villager. So I'm going to use a shotgun here to do a knockback on him. That way I'll give a couple 1 or 2 seconds for the other villagers to come up. My strategically placed grenade allowed me to get rid of pretty much all the other villagers besides this chainsaw guy. So I'm gonna try to take care of him with a knife and pistol, using that knife to kind of do a knockdown. So if you run away in the right direction, you'll be able to dodge his attack, which will give you time to reload and kind of reposition yourself. I was really close there, just ducked right under his blade. So once you're able to kick him down, this is where I kill him. You can knife him. Knifing is very efficient, as you'll see throughout this playthrough. The knife is super useful. Now there's 2 more villages here. The guy outside who you see here, and a lovely young woman with a ketchup stained apron on the inside. Unfortunately, she attacked me with a knife, so had to take her out. Now there's a red herb. I'm not sure what I was thinking here. I don't know why I turned around and tried to knife the window. Going a little bit crazy. A little bit excited from killing the chainsaw guy again. Since he dropped a ruby, and a ruby sells for 10k, so that's a lot of moolah. So now I'm pretty good on the health. I don't know what should I call them. Health vials, health pots, health herbs. Anyways, a lot of health recovery items I'm good on. So since I used that grenade earlier, that freed up my inventory to pick up that incendiary grenade, which will be useful in my playthrough. The grenades I definitely like are the regular hand grenade is always useful, probably the most useful. Flash grenade is actually pretty useful for the later parts once you see the parasites coming out. So here, TMP ammo, no room, so I'm not gonna pick it up. So here I'm gonna skip these guys, just because it's not worth it. And that one was a pretty good kick because it caused them all to stumble. So that gives me a perfect chance to run by them. So here we're back in the first area. If you watched the first part of my video, if you haven't, I recommend it. We passed by this village at the beginning. Now, since we already collected pretty much everything from the first part, we're gonna just skip past these guys and just run to this door. And if you remember my second episode, the previous video, if you haven't seen it already, I recommend you see it. We picked up a key in the room with the village chief we saw, or the one right before we saw the village chief, and that key went through this door, which will allow us to continue further into the story and closer to rescuing Ashley. So here you want to shoot the lantern, because inside the lantern is treasure. I don't know who would put it in a lantern, but should thank him since got stuff to seal. More stuff to make money. Money to buy rocket launchers. There's going to be a lot of rocket launchers in this playthrough. Just because I don't really feel like killing the bosses the normal way, and I'd rather just use the rocket launcher and get past them all. So here, if you shoot that lantern, as you saw earlier, we'll pick up these 3 pieces of treasure loot, which will sell for a good amount. The elegant headdress sells for, I think, 10k? Well, we're about to find out. So we see the merchant we saw in the previous episode again. Still not sure if it's the same guy or not, or that it's one of those situations where he has like 100 twin brothers or something. So here we can see we sell the spinal spinels for 20k, ruby for 10k, pearl pendant for 10k, brass pocket watch for 10k, elegant headdress for 10k. Wow, we made so much money. The beer stein and forgot what the other one was, we're gonna keep because we're not finished with them. Still need to pick up 2 more cat's eye for the beer stein and 3 more pieces for the other headdress thing. So for now, we're looking pretty good. Got more room in the inventory. Gonna do some inventory management since I like there's a certain way I like my stuff organized. So here we are gonna be at the church area, the graveyard / church area. So this area is actually where the remaining blue medallions is at. The last I don't know, 7 of them or 8 of them, I'm not sure. So here there's 3 crows. You want to shoot them in the order I do it, so that way you'll be able to get all 3. And there's a couple of villagers who want to say hi, and then I'm going to say hi back with a bullet and a knife and a Leon kick. The trifecta: pistol, knife, Leon kick. And here I got grabbed, taking more unnecessary damage. It's not a playthrough if I don't do something dumb. So that was number 8. So that means there is, how do you count? About, what, 7 more? So there I miss again, showing off my impeccable aiming skills. Purposely missing by that amount on purpose, not on accident. So here I'll pick up more money, more PTASs. Don't know what unit that is. Patas, monies. Probably just gonna call them monies. So here there's a medallion on the other side. I'll point to it. Also try to shoot it. Miss as always. And then we can continue back and go to the other side to get it. Here, our dynamite throwing friend is going to take care of himself for us. Just because he's, I don't know, feeling sorry for me sucking. So he decided to take himself out. And these 2 gentlemen coming to say hello. But as we know, Leon's not the most friendliest guy. because he says hello back with a pistol to the face and a foot to the face and a knife to the knee. Anyways, once we continue onwards, we can see a crow's nest on top of this tree, and I'm going to shoot at it, and it will reveal not treasure, unfortunately, but incendiary grenades, which is a nice prize still. So we're going to get this medallion, which we missed earlier. Well, when I say we, mostly me, a little bit of you also, I know. Sorry, but I can't take all the blame, otherwise I feel really newbie. So thanks for taking some of the newbiness off me. So here, I'm gonna get the medallion, miss once for good measure, and then we got to do this little mini puzzle, I guess, to get the green cat's eye in there. The solution for the puzzle is to turn 3 times, and then 4 3 times, and then 3 again. Because we want to get these 3 symbols highlighted. And then we get the green cat's eye, and that combines with the Beerstein, so we only need 1 more cat's eye, which will be picked up in later episodes, and then we can finally sell the Beerstein for a pretty hefty amount. So this part Hunnigan calls to remind us that we should be looking at the church because Ashley's in there. But we know better than Hunnigan. What if you try to go into the church, you'll find out the door is locked. So you have to continue this way. But Hunnigan wants you to check anyways. But we're gonna ignore her because what does she know? She didn't beat this game on normal. I did. So here's the last pieces of the medallion. It's placed in strategic locations around this bridge. And just for fun, gonna do a very roundabout way of getting these medallions. Gonna ignore all these villagers, waste bullets here, do a skillful dodge, and continue on to the next area just because. Maybe just because is the best reason I can give. So here is a bunch of a crow family, and we're gonna treat them, give them a present of a flash grenade, which will take them all out, and we're gonna pick up lots of monies from them. Gonna take out their entire family inheritance. Yeah, these crows are pretty strong if they're carrying around all these like 500 pieces of monies. Oh, it sounds like you would have to be a pretty strong crow to carry them all. So now, remember when I said roundabout way of getting those medallions? Yeah, so I'm gonna have to see. I was really intent on taking out that family of crow. I just had to do it first before getting the medallions. So now that I'm satisfied with taking out an entire lineage of crow, I'm gonna come back and get the rest of the medallions. So here, I point to it. Luckily, I was smart enough not to attempt to shoot it because that would be pretty much impossible. But I do take out that one, so I only need to get 2 more. The one I pointed out earlier, and there's actually another one below the bridge on the other side, and I get hit just because it's not like it's not a good playthrough until I get hit when I could have easily dodged it. So here, strategy that I don't really use, but you can use it, is when they're jumping or right before they jump, get grabbed by that guy, and then no, don't get grabbed by that guy. That was dumb of me. But before they jump, or in the middle of the jump, if you kind of do damage to them, like shoot them or something, they'll fall off the bridge, and then that'll kill them, obviously. So for this part, you want to watch out for this crate right here. There's a attack snake, which will pop up a couple times in other crates in the as we go on with the playthrough. We'll see more of them. So luckily that one dropped an egg, which as you saw me use earlier to heal, so it kind of made up for the damage I took earlier with these guys. So we've got the 14th medallion, and we're gonna get the last one right here, and that'll be it. So now we have all 15, which means we'll get a free pistol from the merchant along with a free upgrade. The upgrade being, pretty sure it's a firepower upgrade. So I'm back to where entire family was killed. Entire family of crows was killed. By who, I wonder? So I'm gonna pick up the loot I missed, or I skipped earlier. Since I skipped out on some areas, or I guess, yeah, skip is the right word. Passed by because I didn't want to get everything. Which means I want to make sure I get everything on areas where I can kind of go around and collect stuff without having to be worried about being attacked by random villagers. So here's the merchant, one of the other brothers, one of the many brothers. Well, I don't know if they'd be brothers. Maybe they're father and son. You can hardly see their face anyway, so maybe they are father and son. Or maybe they're all friends that all look the same and dress the same. Who knows? Pretty sure it's not all the same guy though, because that'll be weird. He's getting to areas faster than me. So not gonna talk to him yet. We're gonna come back to this area in the next episode, next part, next video. So for now, I'm gonna continue forward, continue onwards towards the unknown. So for this part is the second Indiana Jones boulder chasing after me and me escaping QuickTime event, button mashing event. So like a pro, dodged the boulder, didn't mess up, didn't get hit by the boulder, being lucky so far, not dying. Oh yeah, so for this part, well, this is an area, good area to skip also. So I am gonna skip this area, but I'm gonna be a little confused while I'm trying to skip it because I forget where I'm supposed to turn. A little too early here. The only thing I'm gonna do in this area is pick up the treasure, which I will show you, which is right here. Not yet. Gotta make sure this villager goes down first. So yeah, that once you get rid of that nest, don't be like don't do what I do and pick up the incendiary grenade and get grabbed by that guy. Well, you can get the incendiary grenade, but you want to avoid being grabbed by that guy. Don't recommend it. Actually, not a very good strategy if you purposely get grabbed. So once I get the treasure, which you saw, I'm gonna continue onwards and skip by everyone else. Yeah. There doesn't look to... Wow, can't talk. Even though it doesn't seem like there's that many villagers, they actually spawn more once you kill a certain amount, so that's why I skipped the area, because there's a lot more than what it seems. So this is the final area for this episode. Once we complete this area, the chapter end screen will pop up. So here's an optional cutscene which you can skip by, but I'm going to show it anyways, just so you can know what happened to the other policemen, who you probably don't even remember. But there was two policemen in the beginning of the game. You saw what happened to the first one in the first village. impaled by something, forgot what it was, and then burned to a crisp. And this one, I don't know how he died. Pretty sure he's dead before he got put into water, but he doesn't have any visible wounds. So let's assume he died by natural causes, like a heart attack or something. He was getting old. He had a family history of that, heart attacks, that kind of stuff. Anyways, he saw the fish monster. Yeah, that's gonna be our first boss. First official boss, I guess. So here's the treasure for this area. It's in another crow's nest. Luckily for us, crows like shiny things, and they conveniently place them in their nest, which are conveniently placed in an area where our bullets can reach. So I mentioned earlier we're gonna fight this boss, the first boss battle. Unless you consider the chainsaw wielding villagers a boss, but then I would consider them a mini boss. But then technically that's also a boss because it has a boss in the name. So I guess semantics. Whichever you consider a boss is a boss. So here, there's a typewriter to save. I recommend you save there if you have it on your first playthrough. But I'm not going to. Just so I can put more pressure on me beating this boss. So here, there's a couple fish. You can actually shoot the fish. You can pick them up on the boat when you get on the boat. And if you haven't gotten an achievement yet, there's a missable achievement here. All you have to do is shoot the water a couple times. Something pleasant, something happy will happen, and you get an achievement for it. The only side effect is that you have to start over again. So here, once you continue onwards on the boat, you get the cutscene. And Leon's gonna look around confused. What could it be? What could be under my boat? Couldn't be that huge monster that I saw earlier. Yes, Leon. Yes, it's that huge sea monster with about 8 tongues or something. I don't know. It went by too fast. I couldn't count. So conveniently, we're gonna get hooked onto the sea monster, and then gonna have to kill him. Too bad it's not an option that we just cut off the rope and then just continue onwards. But no, gotta make sure this guy goes down. So for this boss battle, if you play on normal, well, before I get to that, you could get knocked off your boat. And if you play on normal, you could get knocked off the boat a few times and you can still get back. Like, you can still get back on your boat. What happens when you get knocked off your boat is you have to swim back, and I think in this part I'll show you, or it's gonna happen to me, which is kind of BS because during this part you're supposed to hit him before he gets to the boat and he won't get knocked off, but as you can see I did get knocked off. So this is a perfect time to show you what happened. You had to swim back to your boat and you have to be fast enough, otherwise you get killed instantly. So on professional, you can only get knocked off once, and then the second time you get knocked off, you're gonna die because he's just gonna be too fast. So I used up my chance there with that. In my opinion, it shouldn't have happened because I did hit him before he hit the boat. But whatever, game doesn't like me. So being knocked out that boat right at the beginning put some pressure on me. Means I can't get hit again. Means since my health is in the red, I'll probably die if I get hit again anyway. So gotta go perfect now. So if you haven't already figured it out already, the only way to do damage to this guy is with these harpoons, this infinite amount of harpoon. And all you have to do is, the basic strategy is avoid hitting these logs on the middle of the water. And at the end of each run, he's going to go underwater, and this will happen where you have to look out for him, or he'll pop back up. So at the end of the run, you always want to either turn sharply all the way to the left or all the way to the right. And I'll mention it again earlier when it happens, so that way you have a visual example. So we're doing another run. Got him. See, he ducks down there, and you want to turn all the way to the right because that will happen. And that was a really close shave for me for that one. So all we need is, yep, that was the last hit. So after that is over, we're gonna get this death cutscene. But don't put down your controller yet, because there's one more thing we have to do. Leon, being ever so vigilant, has his foot right in the middle of a rope, that pile of rope. So of course gets caught in it. So be sure to spam that. Be sure to button mash whatever button it is, most likely X, because guess what happens when you don't spam it fast enough? If you guessed you die, that's correct. And the sucky thing about dying during that part, it means you have to start over, like you have to start the entire area over again. Or if you saved at the typewriter, you had to start from there again, which means you have to start the boss battle all over again. So you don't want to miss that. Don't want to miss that cutting the rope scene. So here, Leon spits out a little ketchup from inside him and passes out. Passes out at the sight of ketchup. Oh, Leon. Anyways, end of chapter 1-3. Hopefully I don't have to record the audio again. Hopefully this time it works. Thanks for watching. If you haven't seen the first 2 parts, go watch that. And I'll see you in the next part. Thanks for watching again. Bye bye.